video. This feels literally so weird. I have not filmed for my YouTube channel in 4 months. I'm also not sitting on a chair. I'm leaning with my butt against the wall, so it feels weird because of that too. Hi, welcome back. I'm so sorry I've been gone. Life has been crazy, but I am back. Today I'm going to be sharing with you guys an updated version of how I edit my pictures for my Poshmark listings. You guys have been asking me on Instagram a lot lately how I do this, so I wanted to quickly share with you guys because it has changed a little bit, especially since moving. I also just recently posted a timeline of what my pictures in my Poshmark closet have looked like, and man, has it gotten a lot better. I will put some on the screen right here. It was bad at a point. So I'm going to show you guys how I edit my pictures now and share a couple tips with you for taking some really good pictures for your Poshmark closet or just pictures in general. So the 3 apps that I use to edit my pictures are PicTapGo, Snapseed, and VSCO, which I believe that Snapseed and VSCO are free on both Android and Apple. I believe PicTapGo is also available on both Apple and Android, but I think it costs a couple dollars now. It was free when I downloaded it, so I didn't have to pay for it. That was years ago. Let me check the price real fast because I actually have no clue how much it costs now. So PicTapGo does cost $3 to download, but I personally think it's very worth it if you're going to be batch editing. It makes editing so fast. So without further delay, here's how I edit my pictures for my Poshmark closet. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go and I'm going to open up PicTapGo. That's where I always start. And on PicTapGo, you're going to see there's 3 different menu options. There's adjustments, filters, My Style, and Store. For adjustments, you can adjust the light, contrast, color, and warmth for pictures. I normally don't mess with that too much. What I usually go for is filters. So if you scroll through the filters, there's a lot of different options, but I really only use one and it works for all of my pictures, and it's the lights on filter. I'm going to load up the picture that I'm here to edit. Going to put on the lights on filter. I'm going to put it down just a little bit, but pretty full power on this filter. There are several different options to save it, and there is a apply to many option. I'm going to click that, and then I'm going to select all of the pictures for this listing. And then it's going to apply that filter that I just made onto all the pictures for that listing, and it makes editing super, super quick. Next, I'm going to do a little bit of further editing on just the cover shot because I like to have a very cohesive look. If you followed me for a while, you know this. But I'm going to leave the rest of the listing pictures alone and focus on just the cover shot now. I'm going to open up VSCO, load up just the cover shot for the listing that I'm editing. VSCO has a couple dozen free filter options. I personally have the upgraded version because I use VSCO to edit my Instagram pictures as well. I think it's once a year you pay $20 and you have all the different features and options. So the filter that I use is an upgraded filter, but there are lots of free ones that you can pick. Usually for my cover shots, I just put a little bit of the filter on, usually at about half power. I will up the exposure a tiny bit. I'll go to the white balance section and put the tint up to about +2, so toward the pink side. And then I'll take the temperature up to about 0.5 because I like my pictures to be a little bit warmer, a little bit pinkier. After that, I'm going to hit next and then save to camera roll. And that's it for VSCO. And now the last step we're going to take is go over to Snapseed. So we're going to take the picture that we just saved from VSCO and open it in Snapseed. Once I'm in Snapseed, I'm just going to click Tools and select the Selective feature. What Selective does is it gives you kind of a dart to control where you want to edit, and you can put as many as you like on this picture, and then from that dart you have different options on how to edit a specific section. If you hit the little plus and then tap anywhere on the screen, it's going to drop a dart. When you swipe up or down on that dart, you'll see that you have options to edit the brightness, contrast, saturation, or the structure. I'm going to put 1 dart in each of the 4 corners of my listing picture. So I'm going to put the dart up in the corner. I'm going to pinch to see where it's going to edit. The red is sort of a guideline to show you where it's going to be affected by this dart, so make sure that it's not too much on the article of clothing. I'm going to up the brightness to about 20, and I'm just going to do that for each of the 4 corners of the picture. Once I'm done with that, I'm just going to hit check. I'm going to hit export, and then export again. There's 3 different save options. I'm going to hit export on the very bottom. And in about a minute, I have all of the pictures for this listing all edited and ready to go. This is a super fast, convenient way to edit your pictures if you have a lot to do at once. So you can kind of batch edit. And I feel like editing makes the pictures just so much prettier. A lot of people ask me if putting a filter on the picture is deceiving to buyers, but I personally don't think so because the only editing that I do to the main pictures in the listing is I make them a little bit brighter so that it looks lighter in the picture and it's easier to see. The only filter that I ever put on the pictures is on the cover shot, and so long as the buyer is looking through the rest of the listing, which they have to do in order to get to the item description, they're going to be able to see what the item truly looks like. And my filter doesn't affect the colors of my items that much anyways. So I personally really enjoy editing my pictures, partly just because I really like photography, but also because it really helps my closet to have a very cohesive look. It really works very well with my branding as well. So if you're trying to brand your shop or your Poshmark closet, I definitely recommend using the same editing on all of your pictures, and it just gives your shop a nice cohesive flow to it, and I love it. Real quick before I end this video, I do have 3 very simple tips on how to take better pictures for your listings and how to just have better pictures in general. So the first tip is to always, always, always make sure that your camera is clean. Before I take any picture ever, I always wipe down the camera real fast, because you never know what fingerprints or grease or dirt or anything could be on your camera lens, and that grease or dirt will make your pictures look fuzzier, it'll make them look less sharp and bright and beautiful, so make sure you wipe down your camera before you use it. Second tip is to always have good lighting. Now, depending on where you live, what your house is like, you may not have access to natural light. I use natural light for all of my pictures, but if you don't have access to natural light, try and invest in some sort of good artificial lighting, whether it is a little clip-on ring light for your phone. That's a super cheap but easy way to upgrade your lighting. If you can swing it, maybe go for a big ring light or a lighting kit. I also have a lighting kit that I have used in the past, but at the moment I'm just really enjoying shooting in natural light. If you can't swing that, then you can even just try getting some daylight light bulbs to put in the room that you're using. It'll really make your pictures look so elevated and so professional. So try and invest in some good lighting if you can, and if not, then if you do have the option to use natural light, go with that. It's so beautiful. It makes your pictures honestly look as good as they possibly can. It makes editing very fast as well. Good lighting is key. And my third tip, which is not exactly necessary, but I do highly recommend it, is to try to figure out some sort of setup for your pictures so that all of your pictures flow and they're cohesive, and it just gives it a very nice professional look. I have gone through a lot of trial and error with figuring out a new background. As of right now, my absolute favorite setup I've ever come up with is this macrame hanging that I'm sitting in front of. I made this macrame hanging and this one, and then I just have my hanger above my head. And I feel like it just works so well with my branding, with my color scheme. I do have kind of a branded look on my Instagram. If you're not following me on Instagram, make sure you go check that out. It's @StoryofErica. But it really makes my listings flow and work very well with my branding, and it just makes everything a lot easier. That way you're not struggling to find out where you can shoot. Those are all the tips that I have for you guys for today. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. I would really greatly appreciate it. Also, make sure that you subscribe and hit the notification bell if you are not subscribed already, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!